Here we go. Let's go ahead and make this happen. Hi, everybody. How are you today? It's just about 4 o'clock, actually, a minute or so after 4 here in the U.S. Eastern Time. Glad that you're here with me today. My name's Ken Countess, and I'm here to teach you a little bit about how to do email marketing the right way. So let's go ahead and share the screen. Let's see if we can get this working the right way. We can. This is software called StreamYard that I'm using for these Facebook and YouTube Lives. So if you're joining me on either Facebook Live or YouTube, welcome. Glad that you're here. We have an opportunity to spend some really good time together. Let me just take a look here at some of the banners that we have already set up. As I said, this is some new software I'm using. This is StreamYard. And what I'd like to do first off is welcome you and say happy holidays to you. And if you have anything you'd like to throw in the comment or chat box, you can do that right away on Facebook. I'll see it about 20 seconds after you send it. And if you're watching on YouTube, this broadcast is live on YouTube. I won't be able to get to see the comments for about another day or so, or actually your comments will show up live in about a day or so. YouTube does need to process the video. And by the way, also, if you would like to reach out to me, you can call or text me at the number that you see down at the bottom of the screen. One thing for sure I want to say to everybody here is no matter which holidays you're celebrating, happy holidays. And thanks so much for being here. Okay, so let's jump right into it. I've got a lot to cover in the next 20 minutes or so let's do this. This is how to create great subject lines and have what we call standout subject lines. The kinds of subject lines that are going to get you more money. Because after all, if you're here today because you want to make more money, you're in the right place. When I talk about standout subject lines, it's using email. And why email? It's because email's return on investment, or that thing we call the ROI, is higher than with any other marketing tool you might even consider using. At $42 back for every dollar you spend, if you're not using email to market your business today, you need to get started today. And if you're ready to use it, or if you are using it and you want to learn more, you're in the right place. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and get started. Hey, let me, normally when I do a webinar, one of the things I ask right off the top is, what's the #1 cell phone app? Most people don't realize that the #1 cell phone app is email. That's what we're using our cell phones for. Believe it or not, that's how we get things done. We're checking our emails on that thing we have strapped to ourselves all the time. So the thing you need to know is that 99% of us are checking our email every single day, and especially during the pandemic. Why? We've got nothing else to do, or so it seems. We're actually pretty busy people, all of us. Even if we think there's nothing going on, we're on our phones. We're checking our email. We're making sure that we're staying up to date. So for you as a business owner, you need to be in their inbox. Just as you're receiving emails, you want to be sending emails out to people that'll get them to want to do business with you. That's what it's all about. Now, I'm not here to sell you on email. What I'm here to sell you on is the right way to do emails. Why email? It's simply because it works. Email gets delivered over 90% of the time. And many of you are watching me now on Facebook. Awesome. Facebook text posts only reach 2% of the people that are your friends or followers on Facebook, whereas email gets delivered over 90% of the time. So I don't know about you, but if I am looking for a way to connect with people, I am going to use email because I know it'll be seen. 99%, as I mentioned, are checking their personal email every day, and almost 90% of us are checking email on a smartphone. That means your customers are checking email on their smartphones too. So people open emails up because of two things. They're permission-based relationships. So who is sending will always be more important than what the subject line is. So you want people to recognize that they're getting an email from you, but that doesn't mean they're going to open it. I get over 600 emails a day. Many of them are from the same businesses most of the day, but not all of them. So what's going to determine whether or not that email gets opened? It's the subject line. And that's what we're going to talk about. The basics of a good subject line. And then the current trends for writing a good subject line, and then tips for how you get creative with that subject line. Hey, my name's Ken Countess. I'm a 40-year marketing veteran. I'm in my 20th year helping businesses of all sizes grow. And before I was an independent consultant, I was a senior executive at 3 Fortune 100 companies. Over the last 40 years, I've been helping businesses of all sizes, small to really big, with their targeted marketing, lead generation, PR, marketing, automation, brand awareness, and more. My company is the Countess Group. We partner with many very well-known companies. We help businesses just like yours gain a unique advantage over your competition. So let's talk about the basics of a good subject line. Subject lines and pre-header text. Pre-header text is that text that immediately follows the subject line if it's short enough for you to be able to see the whole thing. And that's on a smartphone. If you're on a desktop, that pre-header text is the text that's just below the subject line or in the preview bar. So it looks something like this. And how long should a subject line be? The subject line should be really short, 4 to 7 words. And the first 2 words are the most important ones. If you can't stop somebody in their tracks with those first 2 words, the odds are pretty good they're going to bypass you and go on to something else. The pre-header text, that's the text after the subject, should be no more than 5 to 8 words. Now, don't waste valuable space. Your company name shouldn't be in the subject line. The word newsletter shouldn't be in your email. And repeating information that's in your subject and your pre-header, don't do it. Give them a reason to open your email. Don't use the same wording. That's going to discourage someone from taking the next step. Here are some subject line ideas. Number 1, make them laugh. Number 2, use numbers. Our brains are trained to see numbers and do something about them. And by the way, odd numbers work better than even. The psychologists will tell you why. Be inquisitive. You can ask a question. Pull at their heartstrings, especially at this time of the year. Here we are just a few days from Christmas and a few more days from New Year's. There are lots of 501c3s that would love to get a donation. If you're a 501c3, pull at your donors or volunteers' heartstrings, and you'll see those donations go up. And then the last thing you can do, one of the 5 subject line ideas, is create a sense of urgency. We call it FOMO. FOMO stands for the fear of missing out. Now, in your subject lines, don't be misleading, don't be deceptive, don't use the acronyms or the abbreviations FWD for forward or RE. Don't use urgent if it's not. Don't put something like your order confirmation if they haven't ordered anything from you. And try to stay out of the spam box. There are easy ways to do that. Spam-like words are free, guarantee, the word spam itself, writing in all upper caps, using excessive punctuation and symbols, And using that punctuation like exclamation points and question marks and dollar signs and percentages, don't use them. Now, here are some tips for writing great subject lines. Are you ready for them? Here we go. First of all, make it personal. Use the words you or your. So here's an example from WordStream. Are your Google ads not showing? And then the pre-header is 11 reasons why your Google ads aren't working. Or use their name or other details when you're making it personal, like Live Nation Concerts does. Subject line, Rachel, your personalized concert, and it goes on from there. And the pre-header has a little bit more info, like make live happen with these upcoming events. All right, the point is, go ahead and make it personal. Convey emotions or feelings with emoji. Hey, we've all gotten those emails lately that have emoji, don't we? And they work. Just don't overuse them and make them relevant. Make them something that's going to make someone want to open up your email. By the way, how do you like these flip-flops back and forth between full screen and seeing the presentation on the side? Isn't that cool? Okay. Hey, here are some tips for getting creative with your subject lines. Repeat the same letter, alliteration. So, for instance, if you're a financial consultant, 6 seasonal saving secrets. Or if you're a consulting company, top trends to try today. That's what alliteration is all about. Don't write a sentence. Break the rules so you stand out. So Alloy Apparel uses something like new tops, new jeans, new outfits. We also call this chunking. French Consulting uses you plus us equals more clients for you. Or allusion. Life is like a box of candy. We all know what that's from, right? Forrest Gump. Or we know what you did yesterday. Get people thinking and wondering. And then use power words to trigger a response. Let's go full screen on this one. And you can see here that there are lots of words that you can use that'll get somebody's attention. Go ahead and use them. These are the kinds of things that will get people to open up your email. All right. Finally, let's do a quick recap. I, by the way, advertise these as very short lives because I know you're busy. I know you got things to do. So here's a quick recap. Your from name and subject line and pre-header text, they all should work together. Start straightforward. Test personalization. Test emoji so you can see their impact. The great thing about email marketing is you can do a lot of testing to see what works well. And it isn't always the same thing all the time. So make sure you do some testing. And then make sure that if you're getting reviews, you respond to them, both positive and negative. Show people you care about what they think. Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Then take action. If you're not already doing it, start using email marketing. Just for attending today, I've got a special offer for you. You can get a free constant contact account. Maybe you're using MailChimp or maybe you're using something else, but you can get a free constant contact account. We'll teach you how to use it. And if you use this discount code CTCT30 before December 31, you'll get 30% off for your first 3 months. So once again, if you're not using email at all, use this URL, completelyfreetrial.com. completelyfreetrial.com. And then if you decide you actually love the software, and I'm sure you will, and we will teach you how to use it, use discount code CTCT30. and that'll save you 30% off your first 3 months. Now, if you go to completelyfreetrial.com and stick in your email address and it says, hey, you've already got an account, use a different email address. And we'll help you migrate from the old account to the new one so you can still take advantage of that 30% off. Okay? That's a special gift to you from the Countess Group, from me, Ken Countess, for this holiday season. Once again, it's completelyfreetrial.com. And you can find replays and upcoming events and get other free software trials, schedule a free consultation with me, and more. If you go to our website, it's thecountessgroup.com. And connect with me on social media. I know you're on social. You found me here on Facebook or on LinkedIn. I'm sorry, YouTube, whichever one. You can tell we're live, right? I know that you found me on social media already, either on Facebook or YouTube. It's facebook.com/thecountessgroup, youtube.com/countessgroup. You can also find us all the time also on LinkedIn and Twitter and Instagram and Pinterest. Just about any place you are on social media, we are there too. So I'm going to take a look in the comments box and see if there's anything to respond to right away. I do know that there is a delay from the time I'm speaking until the time you actually see and hear it. Facebook delays it by 20 to 40 seconds, and YouTube will hold back the comments and the actual replay for about a day. But I will respond to anybody that posts something in the comment boxes. And if you haven't already joined our mailing list, go to our website, thecountessgroup.com, and go ahead and join our site. You can find the Join My List button on just about any page on our site. So listen, hey, we help businesses just like yours gain a unique advantage over your competition by teaching you how to do targeted marketing. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy holidays, and I look forward to having you attend another one of our events in the very near future. Bye-bye.